Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick. To get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll take it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. So LSU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well.
Oh, he's going to go up top. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go-rounds right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the ground, it's Bernard. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Found a seam. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Got his man on the right. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Extra point here will tie the game.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. East Carolina looked dynamic today in a strong victory there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. They did the little things well, they did the big things well, and well, that's how you win games.
Leaves it with the running back.
Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned.
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Harvin. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 1st downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Off play action. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Cardinal! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the top.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Coming out with it, it's Corn. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Still looking, on the move. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it down the right side. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Off the play fake. This time on target. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Hard-hitting tackle. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Turning it on! Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Cardinals might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. Got his man!
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Defense in press coverage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Card in the backfield. It's Bernard. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Cardinals come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. You saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy.
Going deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the move and looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Harvin. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown LSU! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get in the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Breeze. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American, and it's plays like this that starts getting that pump going, the hype train going, and at the end of the year, you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
Might as well give it to him again. Across the 25, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He's got the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Under fire. Right on the money. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Off the boot, looking for his man. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. There he goes. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Bernard. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hart. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down, we'll open up the final period. DB's right up on the receivers. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Stoneburner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Going over the top. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the...
Turning it on!
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his second catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Hart. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Quickly to the tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's got it down the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to scramble. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Stanford quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's it fly. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again.
Get set, get set. Ready, go.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. Wants to go up top. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Stanford! And they kick it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Touchdown, LSU! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game.